Now to the crisis in Iraq, where the situation is deteriorating. A brutal terror organization continues to gain ground and says it is killing Iraq prisoners. CBS 2's Dick Brennan is here now with more. Dick?
Well, Christine, President Obama will be meeting with his national security team tonight. He'll be reviewing U.S. military options in Iraq, and that could include drone or airstrikes.
The terror organization ISIS is now using weapons it captured from the Iraqi army on Iraqi troops. They released photos claiming to show the slaughter of hundreds of Iraqi captives. These pictures could not be confirmed as legitimate, but real or not, they're terrifying the population. The increasingly desperate situation has the U.S. opening the door for talks with Iran to stabilize Iraq.
We're not talking about coordinating any military action in Iraq with Iran. We would encourage Iran to push the Iraqis to act to address problems in a non-sectarian way.
The collapse of Iraq could have disastrous consequences for the U.S. The chairman of the House Intelligence Committee warning that the group's goals include 9/11-style attacks in the West.
These are sophisticated, command and controlled, seasoned combat veterans who understand the value of terrorism operations external to the region, meaning Europe and the United States.
In fact, the leader of ISIS, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, made what many thought to be a real threat when he was being held by the U.S. Army in Iraq.
As we handed him off to the next unit, the chain of custody, he looked back to us, he saw our patches, and he said, "I'll see you in New York."
There's a broader risk to stability in the region. I think the risk to the United States homeland is real.
The State Department issued a warning to U.S. citizens in Baghdad, and the embassy is boosting its own security. The question now, will the U.S. military get involved?
I do believe we ought to put special forces teams on the ground. We need eyes on the ground, and I think these are ideally trained units.
But the president has ruled out boots on the ground. However, the Secretary of State made it clear the march of ISIS must be stopped. There are also economic fears that the collapse in Iraq could send gas prices even higher. Christine.
All right, Dick, on that note, that crisis, as Dick said, could bring drivers more pain at the pump. Oil prices are expected to rise as the violence spreads. This morning, crude hit its highest level in 9 months, reaching $107 a barrel. It backed off slightly this afternoon, but experts say drivers could be hit with price increases when they fill up at the gas stations in the coming weeks.